So let's get onto our wintry poaching liquid. We've got 10 cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, smells good, and about 10 cardamom pods. These are really fragrant. 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds. And 1 generous pinch of saffron. Believe it or not, saffron is even more expensive than gold by weight. Now I'm splitting 2 vanilla pods down the center, and I'm going to scrape out those seeds from the middle because that's where the flavor lives. My goal with these videos is for you to feel like you're in the kitchen with me. So I've been trying some new camera angles, so please stick around till the end and give me any feedback that you think is worthwhile. In go the vanilla pods and also those seeds that we scraped out from the center. Next up, ginger from the pantry. You can't get more heartwarming for me than ginger, so that has to be in our braising liquid. Just carefully peeling that knob of ginger to waste as little as possible, but also we don't want the skins in there. Then slice that into the pot. 175 grams of caster sugar. And 1 litre of Pear cider. Gas goes on, bring this up to a simmer for all of the flavors to infuse. Perfect, aromas are right where we want them. Time to pull it off the heat. Next up, it's time to prepare those pears for poaching. For me, there's something really satisfying and even meditative about peeling fruit or vegetables. You don't want these too ripe, by the way, they still want to have a little bit of firmness to them. Next, I'm using a corer to remove the middle. This is going to allow the flavors to penetrate throughout the whole pear evenly. So these pears are perfectly prepared. Notice the detail in how these pears were peeled. Now they're ready to take a long, luxurious bath in that cider cooking liquor. So now we're going to add a cartouche. Basically, we're going to take a square of greaseproof paper in half again, and then fold it into a kind of triangle from one end. Then cut it from the center to the outside. Scrunch it up and fit it over the top of the cooking liquor. This is a classic restaurant trick that will keep the pears dunked under the liquid and cooking evenly. This recipe is quite a lot of steps. Would you actually make it, or is it a little bit extra for you? So these have been cooking for about 35 minutes. Let's give them a try with the knife. What I'm looking for here is still a little bit of resistance, but the knife to easily slide in. The pears come out glowing, softened, and ridiculously fragrant. In with all of those spices into the container, into the fridge, and that's going to sit there for a minimum of 6 hours for all of those flavors to come out to play and infuse. This is my mise en place list, and you'll hear one of the cats in the background. Now I'm setting the oven to 160 degrees centigrade. And I'm measuring out here all of the dry ingredients for the chocolate crunch. This is the fun bit, messy, nostalgic, just like being a kid again. So we melted our 60 grams of butter. So into a mixer goes 125 grams of caster sugar and 125 of almond meal, followed by 75 grams of plain flour and 50 grams of cocoa powder, plus the 60 grams of unsalted butter. You don't have to use a mixer here. You can easily just rub this together with your fingers, and I think that's actually quite therapeutic. So just tip that out onto a lined oven tray and spread it out. That's ready for the oven now. After 15 minutes, our chocolate crunch is ready to come out. And my God, this smells so good. It's toasty chocolate yumminess. Now it's time to make what I think is the best part to this dish, the caramel sauce. So these pears have been saturating in that lovely pear cooking liquor for at least 6 hours. Now we're going to remove those pears. Get a heavy based pan on the heat and strain off all of those spices. They can be discarded now because they've done their work. Maintain a gentle simmer. While our caramel is working on the stove, we're going to stuff the centers of those poached pears with our chocolate crunch. You should be able to fit around 3 teaspoons in, and after each teaspoon just push down to make sure you're really maximizing how much you fill them. One more spoon there. So we know our caramel is ready when there's a light coloured smoke coming out of the top. If you have a sugar thermometer, you're going to want to take this to 132 degrees Celsius. At that point, it's in with 300 millilitres of cream and bring that up to a simmer. Then switch off the heat and add 80 grams of cold diced butter, which we will whisk in to emulsify. Don't stop whisking until it's all incorporated. Just look at that glossy shine on the sauce. It's beautiful. I decided to contrast the deep, rich and sweetness of this dish with a nice, crisp, fresh, dry Riesling. What drink would you put with this? Okay, let's give this a try. The pear and chocolate flavors work so well in combination. The chocolate's crunchy, and then the sweet caramelization of that sauce is just absolutely divine. Bye from me.